Oh, hi. So we need to talk. I am Jenny with Budget Determined, and this week we are going to be making some changes. If you've been with me for my journey at all, you'll know that I am a chronic warrior who is dealing with medical conditions that will shorten my career, and we are trying to get our finances in order and get ahead a little bit to not have to worry about that in the future, along with battling this economy as the rest of you are doing as well. So I know you guys have been watching me do challenges and money savings and debt repayment, etc. We are going to be making some changes, and I will show you all of this. The budget that I just kind of went over with you guys on Friday. Things are changing. Since I filmed that one, I have been doing so much thinking, considering, just been really stressed out with the repair on my husband's pickup that completely depleted our cash emergency fund, and we're waiting for some items that he has on consignment that are supposedly sold to get picked up and paid for, which will help replenish that, but it hasn't happened yet, and I just want to have it done. I want to have that emergency fund back into place. It gives me security, makes me feel so much better. Also, we have goals this year as far as debt repayment, etc. And just with how everything is going, the struggle is getting harder and harder, and I am not willing to sacrifice making progress on those. I don't want to give up debt repayment. We still need to get ahead. We have to get things in order. There is no options, and so all of this, I mean, really, guys, just forget about it. So if you guys follow me over on Instagram, you guys will know that I went over the last 3 to 6 months of my partner and my pay stubs to kind of refigure what our bottom line is for our monthly budget. I've been meaning to for a while, but quite honestly, that $4,330 that I've been budgeting on has been... My puppies are beginning to play. Rune, get down, leave it. This $4,330 was actually off of a amount that was figured out a while ago, and since then we have received pay raises, etc. But I haven't had time. Not that I haven't had time. I just kept losing focus. I'll just get real. So we've still been running off of this budget, even though we don't. Once we get paid, we change these numbers. What I would really like to do is have a bottom line, and we stick to it regardless. What we budget here in the budgeted, I want that to be the actual, unless it is additional for debt repayment or additional savings. I mean, for real, am I wrong? There will be some month-to-month expenses that we will have to cover, of course, because like I said, well, this will be the first time I'm saying it in this one, but this is the first year that we're doing sinking funds, and so we're trying to build those up as well. And we're trying to float some of those costs from month to month as we're building those up. So I really kind of want to start from scratch and do a whole new budget, and that's not going to happen this video. Don't worry about that. But we're going to set this to the side. This is what we're going to do, people. This is absolutely what we're going to do. Pop this open. Whoa. That kind of did more than what I was planning. Okay. So self-love. I mean, yes, self-care is absolutely important. I can do it to little to no cost with household items. I can make my own shampoo bars even. I make my own body oils and everything just because I'm allergic to so many things. So I make a lot of my own home care products, but it is nice to go and be pampered every once in a while. But the goal this year is ultimately not pampering. I mean, what are your guys' goals? I mean, pampering is nice, but is that something that I can give up for the ultimate goal? Absolutely. So we are going to pull that one out for right now. It'll go back in later. Don't worry. Self-care is important, but I can do that with stuff that I have around the house. Sea salt can double as a nice foot soak, a bath soak, or, you know, some seasoning for my evening meal for my family. So in that one, actually, no, let's just toss it down. Let's move the binder off to the side. Plop, right there. Clothing. Clothing is a necessity. This one has to stay. Eating out? No. Eating out is a luxury. We don't need that. I went over these with my husband earlier and we decided which ones we were going to pull and which ones we're going to keep. Kids, this is for taking our kids out on dates and stuff to have a little bit of one-on-one time with them. Something special, really important to stay connected. They're only getting older and we only have a limited time with them still in our house for us to build and grow and teach them and keep that connection so that that connection still stays long after they're grown and gone. This one is an absolute necessary. Family time. Another have to. We are keeping that one. Date night. Yes, we're going to keep date night. Crucial that we stay on the same page, have time, special time together. Now, will we use all this money? Maybe, maybe not. We can do low-cost dates and stuff, and we'll try to budget through that and keep our costs down. But every once in a while, it's nice to be able to go to grab a cup of coffee, grab a burger together, something. So we're keeping date night. Hubby done effed up. Absolutely. This is a have to. Mandatory fund. Okay, you guys. So we're going to slide this off to the side. Anniversary. If you guys have watched previous videos, you guys will know that my husband and I, we did not get each other anniversary gifts this year. Our anniversary for this year has already passed, and we were planning a $500 getaway for the weekend. And so we've been putting money in here, trying to set aside money for that. However, you guys, we're pulling this one. Yeah. And you will see why and what we are doing with it, which will hopefully make a lot of sense to you guys, and hopefully you guys will be supportive. Pets. This is for their month-to-month food, their basic care, treats, whatnot, nail trimmings, whatnot. I do nail trimmings as much as I can, but I have an Irish Wolfhound, and that care is a bit much for me, so I pay a puppy salon to do that for me. So we are keeping that one. Thrift stores and yard sales. Another one. Okay, So we've been planning on this weekend. They do a bunch of yard sales. It happens once a year, one weekend out of the year. And we've been planning on going and doing that. But the money just to get there for the gas money will be about $100. I mean, insane. We don't even have $100 in this envelope. We are pulling that one. That weekend is canceled as far as the thrift stores and yard sales go. Instead, we are going to go through our garage and find out what we can sell and get everything organized, clean out. It's going to be a cleanup weekend. So this money's going to go there. So now in here, we are going to have pets. Have you done effed up? Date night. Family time. The kids. And clothing. Gonna do our best not to buy any unnecessarily clothing. I do need to buy myself some socks here soon. A lot of my socks are having holes in them, so air conditioning on socks is not necessary. I'll go barefoot for that. Okay. So, be the change, we're making a change. Absolutely. Okay. Are we at that one yet? No, we're not at that one yet. We're at this one. This one is for annual food stock up. That's a necessity. School supplies, absolutely necessity. Sports, that one's really important to our son. We only add a few dollars here. It's not a huge cost, but that one is really, really important to him. We are keeping that one. Birthdays, keeping. Gifts, we're keeping. Holidays, we are keeping. Vacation. Okay, you guys, this is where this money comes into play. Our anniversary money. So, in our vacation fund, our goal has been to save $1,000 because we're not going on any kind of a big vacation. We're doing more of a staycation where we want to do one big day with the kids. Other than that, we'll do local things that are low to minimal costs. But our goal for our one big day of fun is $1,000. So, and so far we have 100, 200, 50, 70, 90. Sorry, I had to swallow. 310, 330, 350, 370, 380, 390, 400, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27. Okay. So 427. Our goal is 1,000, right? All of this is going in here. We want to get this one topped up, off, done with, and that is a huge importance to us, to the kids. They've been so excited about this. This one's a priority, people. Okay, so what we have now, I didn't even add that other one. I'm sorry, it's just kind of in there. All right. Well, we can figure it out this way. So we had 427. Now we have 1, 2, 50, 70, 90, 310, 330, 350, 370, 410, 430, 450, 470, 490, 510, 20, 30, 40, 550, so 550, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so that's 580, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 587. 587 minus 427 equals, so we added 160. Not bad. Now we have just over 400 more to add to this one, and we're a bit closer. The goal is about August for that one. So that definitely gets us further ahead. Medical is a necessity, so is dental, so is vision. All right, you guys. That one is done. Oh, it's getting thicker. I don't know that we're quite at a bill exchange yet, but it'll be coming up. All right. Home decor. So I was going to get a TV stand with a built-in electric fireplace. Well, our TV stand that we're using right now, it might have chipping paint and stuff on it, but it's not a necessity to switch out, and we can make do with it. Also, I was going to get an ottoman that had storage underneath it that would also be a coffee table. I brought out my grandmother's cedar chest, and it now houses all of the family games for family game night and stuff, and it doubles as a coffee table with coasters and whatnot. Socked feet only on it if you're using it as a footrest. No shoes whatsoever. I will kick your butt. Anyways, so we're going to temporarily pull that one as well. We're getting real, people. I mean, yes, we need the pampering and stuff. We need the self-care, but how much do we have to have, and what is the trade-out? What is the added cost of the interest, as well as the added stress and the longevity of the stress that the debt adds to our life? I mean, that's the thing here, and we really want to get real with this. I mean, yes, absolutely determined, but now we're not just determined. Like, this is serious. We're gonna get it done. So home maintenance, this one is absolutely a necessity. We have projects that have to be done. We have a fence that has to be put around our new heat pump and system so the dogs can't get to it. Electronics, this one's not a high priority, but I do want to add like a little bit here and there just in case a phone needs repaired or whatever. Our bank does insure our phones though, so, and I think they'll cover all or most of it, so I don't think that one's a huge priority. Vehicle, yes, this one has to be added too. A new driver car match, this is for my son's driver's ed coming up this next year. It is not the highest priority, but it is definitely a keep. Pet emergency, definitely keeping. Our emergency fund. Okay, you guys, so as I said, we depleted our emergency fund. Sad day. Placeholder needs to come out. So our $1,000 emergency fund, we actually had a little bit more than $1,000. We had $1,000 in cash that we keep at the house in a secure location, and we used that plus some of my husband's side hustle money plus a little bit of the money out of the vehicle thing to cover his vehicle repair. Good news, his truck is running really, really well now. Bad news is we need to rebuild the emergency fund, and that is absolutely a necessity. So currently we have, I'll give you guys the exact money next time, but I think it's like 400 and something in the bank. And then we have $6 in here. So we are going to keep this in here, and we're going to be crashing and burning on rebuilding our emergency fund back to the $1,000 of cash within our household, and we're going to keep building up and as far as the bank goes. And I don't know if I'm going to make that physical, like in the envelope, and then every $1,000 we'll just kind of deposit it into the bank. What? I don't know. I'm still figuring that out, but I'll let you know. Planner. So this is for my budgeting supplies. In reality, I have lots of notebooks and stuff, and I have this Legend budget book, and I'll post it in the links below in my description. This one is not perfect, but I really actually like it. It's very efficient. We get paid once a month, and this works great for that. As side hustles and stuff are building, we'll see how that turns out, but so far I'm still able to make it work, and I still think I can make it work till the end of the year. And past and beyond that, we'll kind of reassess, but I do have lots of just regular lined notebooks, like composition notebooks that my kids didn't use in their school supplies, that I can use as just kind of a blank, create my own from month to month, week to week, whatever, as I need. I can get creative with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. If I can make it work, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if I can make it work, that's what matters. So we are going to be pulling the planner one for now. We will set it aside, and we will bring this one back into the picture down the road. And I don't think we're pulling anything out of here. That one's nothing right now. We finished that savings challenge. We don't have a $1 challenge, $5 challenge. Those ones don't have anything in them. We finished the $300 challenge, so that one's blank. The dice challenge for June, our goal is to save $68. We're not in June yet, and we have already completed that goal for May. So this 2022 challenge, all this money is going to the emergency fund and building it up. It'll be $2,022 by the time that we're done. This one we do need to crash and burn on so that we can complete this challenge and have that completely successful. And with the economy right now, I definitely want to put prioritizing building up some of our savings emergency funds for the future. But mind you, we still have to prioritize paying off debt. I'm a big fan of Dave Ramsey and whatnot, though I do kind of adjust things to fit our household. And though the $1,000 emergency fund is really a great idea, it's not quite large enough to be adequate with medical emergencies and stuff that happen that we've dealt with my healthcare, and even including my husband's health. He broke his back and broke his ankle over the last few years, and has been laid up and off work for multiple months at a time, and it was just my income, which was definitely not completely adequate. I had to work a bunch of side hustles to be able to cover expenses. We managed, absolutely, but I was completely exhausted and burnt out. Now, this week, I am working really hard to try and stock up my shop. Thank you guys so much for support. This paycheck for this week coming up here is, I think, my largest one yet, which you guys are just blowing me out of the water. I so much appreciate your guys' support. I want to support you guys, and I am so incredibly grateful to you. I'm going to be building up both the physical and the digital products in my shop. I'm working on some ideas that might take a little bit longer for me to get out, but I'm very excited to them. And I will be doing some little short video clips that introduce those products coming up here. But not only that, we are going to be doing farmers market here in our area. It's summer. It is that season. I always get a booth. I'm also the treasurer for the farmers market group committee, and so it puts a lot on my plate over the summer. It's gonna be so incredibly busy and super exciting, but very exhausting. But that will also be added side hustle income, and I want to create a budget to where anything extra, all of it goes to savings, sinking funds, and debt payment, and not really worrying about the low priority sinking funds so much. I do want to add to all of them just a little bit every month, hopefully, but I want to put the priority into those savings and the debt payments. We have not made another icon this month, and I'm really hoping to make another icon by the end of the month. So in here we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 5, 90, 5, 200. We need 300 for an icon, and then we deposit it and it gets put onto additional principal for the debt payment. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 209. We need 91 in there for that. I think, I'm very, very hopeful that we can do that. All right. Now, let's see what we have here. Let me just get this organized. My stuff is a mess all over the place, and I just kind of have to keep my head on straight. Oh, and also, you guys, I'm going to warn you ahead of time, just so hopefully you guys are very understanding. So I drink coffee like every day, not like a ton, but like 1 to 3 cups of coffee a day, pretty much religiously. And I am going to do a test this next month in June. For the month of June, I am going to drink tea only, no coffee and no soda. And I'm going to see how that affects my symptoms and stuff, see if the acidity of coffee is affecting me negatively, as well as the sugars in sodas and whatnot. And I don't drink sodas very often. I work a lot of night shifts, and sometimes those sodas, the carbonation in them helps keep me awake. And so I buy like 1 case of soda a month, and I pace it out. I don't drink it every night. And also, that whole case I don't drink by myself. My family kind of gets one here and there too as well. So if I am a big giant capital B, feel free to tell me. I will do my best to not be too absolutely miserable, but I honestly don't know how it's gonna be. I think I'll be fine though. I'm pretty good at stuff like that. I'm really not an addictive, I don't really have an addictive personality, but I have been drinking coffee very, very regularly, and that one is a possibility that I could develop a addiction, even though I don't really say that I'm addicted to things other than my husband. But yeah, I guess we'll find out. So just bear with me, please be patient. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to count it one more time, but I think that's 107. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 107. Guess what, guys? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 90, 91. I think that's right. I've already worked 15 hours today, so yeah, brain is trying to function. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 91. Guess what, you guys? We're doing it. Let's just do it. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. $20, $40, $60, $80, $100, $20, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $95, $200, $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, $30, $35, $40, $45, $50, $55, $60, $65, $70, $75, $80, $85, $90, $95, 1, 2, 3, 4, $300. Da 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 da. 300. Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it in here until I'm going to the bank. There, mission accomplished. Yay! So close to the end of the month. Ooh, I like that blue. And these debt payment trackers, you can get it as the envelope, or you can get it as just, you know, like a dashboard type thing. And they come laminated. You use permanent markers on them. You can wipe it off with alcohol. Little wipe. You decide how much each icon is worth. It tells you how many icons are on there. I'm not paying this off by the end of the year. We're just seeing how far we can get. So every icon is worth $300, and as we have $300, we color the icon, and as soon as I have the $300, it goes to the bank. So this will go to the bank on Tuesday since it's a holiday weekend, and that will go as additional payment on debt. So absolutely, that's what we're going to do. The goal is at least to fill in 1 icon a month. Our first month we filled in 2, last month we filled in 1, this month we filled in 1. So we did have a goal of $10,000 payment, but with all the inflation and stuff, I honestly don't know if that's going to be realistic or not, and as well as the added costs that have popped up that we've had to survive, and we've managed to survive, thank goodness, and it's all because of the budgeting and the preparing. Which, I mean, yes, I have an initial panic, just because I hate to see that work go out the window, but at the same time, that's what that work is for, is to cover those costs and to alleviate that stress when that situation arises, and to not have to swipe that credit card and go more into debt. And there's going to be a lot of back and forth, especially in the beginning when you're first starting out and trying to get your any kind of grip with your feet in the ground and some traction for gaining momentum in reaching these goals. So even though you guys will see me like stress out when we have a expenditure that I wasn't really planning on and stuff, just give me a couple days, I'll talk through it and I'll be fine. But that I know what the purpose of our goals are, and I'm so incredibly motivated. We're gonna make them happen. I'm so excited, and yay, we've completed all of our goals for May, so now we just have to prepare for June. So these right here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, like I said, that emergency fund was depleted. I think we're just going to pop this on in here. And I will fill out the trackers later. This is my 1,000 emergency fund tracker. Each one of these dots is worth $10, and I will color it in as it gets filled. I have 2 dots marked so far, so 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's those 2 dots, and then I have 2 beyond that. So when I have another $8 in there, I can color in another dot. Once I get to the check mark, when I color in the check mark, that is $1,000, and then that $1,000 can get deposited into the bank or whatever we decide as far as how we're going to manage that. But yes. All right, you guys, as I figure out the rest of things, I will let you guys know. So I want to know what you guys think. Am I crazy? We're going to be doing some meal hacks and stuff for cutting budgets there as well. Oh, you guys, man, I made some huckleberry rhubarb sour cream muffins the other day. Oh my goodness, they are so incredibly amazing. I always make extra so I can freeze some, but I honestly don't know how long they're gonna last. I'm gonna have to start making some more so that I can get that freezer built up. And would you guys like a tour of my garden? Also, would you guys like me to talk about some of the things that I make and some of the things that I do to help cut costs as well? If you guys would, please let me know below. Also, I would love to hear your thoughts on this video or other videos, or throw out some ideas to me on things that you guys find useful. I'm always looking to learn. I've been kind of binge watching YouTube videos and doing a lot of reading, and I always do. I go kind of through spurts and waves. I have my YouTubers that I support, and so I'll watch a lot of those and stuff while I'm making products. It's great. We can all support each other and we can all learn from each other. So thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Just poke it. Just poke it. And so you guys will get notified anytime that I upload a video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Thank you.